Alright, what's up, y'all? It's Homo Manning 18. I have been gone for a while. Um, Before I tell you what we're doing, Sunday, late at night, I'm gonna be doing an NFL playoff predictions, trying to be first in the world, like I was with the NBA playoff predictions. So what I'm gonna do basically is Seahawks Niners got moved to Sunday night, and I'm gonna make a scenario which the Seahawks win and which the Niners win. And if it's a blowout, I'll probably upload it before the game ends. Anyways, Detroit, how you been?
I've been good. College has been going good. Yeah, it's a nice, different transition, but I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be doing this with you again. And yeah, I think the fans, all whatever, how many we have been
The
waiting.
12 people.
The 12 people, yes. So thank you, 12 people, for paying attention to our shitty podcast. Oh shit,
Oh, but
said it
this
too
one I
early.
feel is interesting. So if you don't know, the NFL was a all 100 team, and my computer is really happy about it. They do an all 100 team, and they do one for each positions. To the right are the candidates, and then there's going to be 10 finalists. We're predicting it for tomorrow. We're recording this Thursday night, and I believe it comes out Friday night. Y'all will see it Friday morning, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, let's get into it. Um,
Yeah, so this is going to be a first video of a series, so this is going to be our predictions since it's the
yeah,
last one.
and
Somebody was lazy and
also
took too long.
it's the
But
only one that we're gonna do before it actually airs. Like if we do
mhm,
running backs and receivers, it'll be our opinion, not really a predictions, since they already aired. So we can't do a predictions.
mhm. But Yola
Anyways,
needs video ideas, so we're going to milk this series as much as we can.
yeah,
Who said that?
but I mean, we could compare playoff predictions. Anyways,
We'll do that later.
the
Alright,
first
on to
person
the
they
topic.
announced, and now these two people, they're not really predictions. They already announced them to be on the team, and also
They
this is
announced
not
them
in
the
order.
second they announced the list came out,
Yeah,
so
They did Joe Montana. So he's on here. Four Super Bowls, two with Rice, two without. Um,
mhm.
how much MVP? You should be the wiki guy, dog.
I have his
How much
MVP
MVPs? I
stats
think two.
somewhere. He has back-to-back. He has two MVPs, I think.
Two. No, I
That's
think
what
she
it
think
says.
three. Cancel. I'm pretty sure
Might
it's
be
three.
three. Oh yeah, no, he's got the Super Bowl MVP three. I have the list of people right here. Here, let me search it up.
Doesn't have the
Cause
career stats, but he does have Super Bowls, Super Bowl MVPs, and league
he's a
MVPs,
two-time MVP.
two-time
Yeah,
MVP.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I mean, you can't really argue that he definitely deserves to be on this list. I mean, winning four Super Bowls is just an amazing
and
stat
never
all in
lost a
itself.
Super Bowl.
That too, but I mean, you could say Rice carried him. You could say Steve Young
But he did
was,
win two without Rice.
yeah, but you can't deny his talent, and I think he definitely deserves to be on here. Does he deserve to be first? Maybe not, but I definitely think that he's definitely worthy of this list. What do you think, Yolo?
No, I don't think he's worthy. I think other people got snubbed.
Oh yeah, like our boy Ryan Leaf.
Oh yeah, Ryan. Oh fuck, we forgot the snubs. Kurt Warner should have been on here. Um, maybe Phil Simms and Jim Kelly. But some of these people, like, god damn, I cannot believe Kurt Warner was not on one of the
That is
or
it's really disheartening to see that they would
two-time league
just
MVP,
take
Super Bowl
the
champ,
person who orchestrated the greatest show on turf
three Super
is
Bowl
not on here.
appearances.
With two different teams.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one of three quarterbacks. To do it with two different teams: Manning, Warner, and I can't think of the other guy.
Right.
Anyways, then next is Tom Brady. You can talk about this guy. Go ahead.
Oh boy. Well, let's talk about the boy from my alma mater, Michigan. He doesn't care about the school. That's all I gotta say about him. No, but this dude,
He's good
I
at
mean,
kissing.
let's be real here. He's got the rings. Of course, they're gonna put him on here. You can have what your opinions are, but you cannot or deny that he was a good player, at least at some point. Maybe not this
And
year,
yeah,
but he
majority
definitely deserves
people
to be on this list,
call
especially
him
because of
the
how
greatest
the NFL
quarterback of
treats
all
him.
time. And I think
Is
he
he the
would.
greatest quarterback? No, but
Oh shit! I thought you
um,
already said. I thought you thought he was.
oh, oh no, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Me
I never said
personally,
that, but
I'll tell y'all later who I think it is. I mean, it's not really a spoiler or anything. Anyways,
mhm.
now that the two people who've already been confirmed, um, are on the top 10, now we could get to the fun stuff. Oh, also let me eliminate Joe Montana.
Mhm. All right,
Get
Yolo, do you want to do like people who
the
we
obvious ones.
eliminate? The other people who are on
No,
here?
we could also yeah. We here actually let's just eliminate from the candidates two people who like yeah, let's each pick a person who we just know won't be a finalist. You
All
go first.
right. I think as much as this person was a great quarterback, I do not think that they will be on here, seeing as his predecessor was on here and that he's a good quarterback, but he's not as good as his predecessor, Steve Young.
I can agree with that. He only won one
He was
Super Bowl.
definitely a great quarterback, but I do not think that they would put him on here, especially since we know the NFL's habits to put old people on here. But
That
yeah.
and for a lot of people, I'm not saying this is true. In fact, I don't think it's true. Say he was a system quarterback because he did nothing with the Bucks
Mhm.
when he started his career, and
Mhm.
then he won one with Rice. But he does have a league MVP. I'm 80% positive.
Right.
Does not have the career stats.
No.
Greatest left-handed quarterback of
Yes,
all time.
he had two MVP
Two
awards actually.
MVPs. Yeah, two MVPs.
Yeah,
Greatest
but
left-handed quarterback of all time. That's for sure.
I do not think that he is going to be on here.
No, I agree with you there.
All
Another
right, so
quarterback. Oh, for you Steelers fans, I'll say an honorable mention. I don't. eh, Ben Roethlisberger. Two rings, I guess, but never was close for an MVP. All right, somebody I'm gonna eliminate it from the candidates because I just don't think they'll be on here. Honestly, looking at this, I really don't think Joe Namath will be on here.
really,
One Super Bowl. Name name another thing he has. Besides the Pro Bowls and all that. That
he's the leading Jets passer. That's about it.
wow, it's the Jets, dude. Look who he's competing
True.
against. Mark Sanchez. Uh,
Fair enough.
yeah, I
He's
think he's
competing against the butt fumble and
yeah,
Josh McCown
and Sam Darnold and
and Sam
Matt
and
Ryan
Mono.
Fitzpatrick and other quarterbacks from the 70s or 80s. We just don't care to think
Fair
about.
enough. Yeah, I think you can eliminate him, but
All right.
I didn't think you'd do it that soon. But yeah. All right.
Anyways, now
How many do we have
here,
left?
yeah.
By the way.
From candidates we have one, two, three, four, five. I'm not even gonna count them. Who do you think from this list is a guarantee 10?
Who do I think is a
Yeah.
guarantee?
Uh
I think let's get the old people out of the way. I think, or actually no, I'm gonna say Dan Marino. If
Dan Marino. Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
I personally think he is a top five, if not a top three quarterback of all time. This dude is incredible.
Has the stats
He
and
he
a run
has
in the air.
he has the stats. He has everything you could ask for except the ring.
Yeah.
But I mean, I honestly think he's the greatest quarterback to never win a ring.
Well, that's
And
that's that's a duh.
and this dude is incredible. If you watch some of his tape from back then, it's incredible to watch. And I for sure think that he'll be on this list.
All right. For me, I can't believe you went with Dan Marino as your first. I'm gonna go with you can
I
call
know who
Tom
you're gonna.
Brady the GOAT, but Peyton Manning's God. Took four different head coaches to a Super Bowl. A coach he didn't like, Jim Caldwell, went to the Super Bowl with him. John Fox, Gary Kubiak, Tony Dungy, has the stats. Only five-time NFL League MVP. Is 3-1 versus Brady in AFC championships. And yeah, Peyton Manning, number four. Anything to say?
Listen, I
Has the
left
greatest
Manning for
forehead.
you because I knew how much you wanted to talk about him, but that was actually pretty short. All right, do you want to go with
Oh, greatest fantasy quarterback
eliminate?
of all time, in my opinion.
Do
Even
you want
better
to
than Vic.
eliminate somebody or do locks?
How about one more lock? One more lock for
I'm
each.
a lock. Okay. I'm looking at the list here, and it's probably going to be an old timer.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And I
thinking.
think out of the old timers, there's two that I think will be locks, and one of them is going to be Otto Graham.
I'll get you the other one after. Yeah.
Yep.
Otto Graham won a lot of championships before the Super Bowl era. Was number 15 or something on the NFL 100 all time when they did it 10
Mm-hmm.
years ago. You know, he's an old guy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know that
He,
much
but
about
he
him.
did win 3 NFL titles, and he won 7 division slash league titles in his 10 seasons that he played, and
Yeah, and
he's got an
he's
810 he 8 point or an 8 yeah 810 win percentage as a
okay. That
or
is
point
really
eight
good.
one point eight one oh yeah. It's he was definitely a good quarterback, and I know he's an old guy, but he definitely deserves to be on this list, I think.
And all right, no, and the other old timer that I'm 100% sure you're talking about was Johnny Unitas, correct?
It was not, but
What?
others.
Unitas is
Oh, I
gonna
know.
be
There's
on
three.
here.
I'm sorry. There's 3 of them. There's 3 of them that I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Continue
mean,
about Johnny U.
in
I
my
forgot
the
about Johnny U.
second
Continue.
greatest Colt of all time. I mean, if you really count them, because he was the Baltimore Colts at the time. But oh shoot, you know, doesn't have the stats because he played in a run and error. But at his time, he was considered the GOAT. He was considered the greatest quarterback
Mhm.
of the generation. And it's more of an old people guy because you know he played in the '60s. He was one of the first people inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
But obviously, you know, we're 19, right? You're not. You're 19. You know, we don't
I'm
know the
18.
most
What?
about him, but we know he'll be on the list. He was number
Yeah.
6 on the top 100 all time.
Mhm. All right.
And,
Let's knock out somebody else.
all right.
Let's knock out 2 people. Um. I
Oh,
think honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, I do not think Sammy Ball will make this list.
Detroit. He was out of. Okay.
Actually, now I'm looking at his
Yeah,
stats. What am I?
he was number 14. Yeah, I was about to say.
What am I saying? I'm sorry. Let's see.
Uh,
There's a lot of
I
really good
might piss
quarterbacks
off
on this
Packers
list.
fans here, even though they have 3
You're gonna
quarterbacks.
say Bart Starr.
No, not Bart Starr. I'm gonna
Oh,
say Aaron Rodgers.
he does not
Great,
make this list.
yeah, greatest.
I,
I'll no,
I, I can agree with you on that
I'll just say this.
because
In my opinion, most accurate quarterback of all time. I don't think
yeah,
he'll make the list though. You know, maybe when his career's over, he'll have them, the stats and all that. But as of right now, and since we can only pick
I can
10,
agree with you on that.
but Packers fans can't even be mad. They still have Brett Favre and Bart Starr on here.
You also got to remember this is not our opinions; these
This
are
is
predictions.
predictions.
hmm
Like I'm being honest. I'd pick Aaron Rodgers before I'd pick Otto Graham and like Johnny Unitas. I mean,
hmm
the talent there is now compared to there was at the time,
hmm
you know, it's uncomparable. Anyways,
hmm
you have somebody you just want to eliminate because you know we ain't gonna pick them.
Yeah, I think let's. It's probably gonna be Norm Van Brocklin, because I don't even see any career stats on here, and I mean I've heard his name often, but not like as one of the
I mean,
greatest
yeah,
quarterbacks of all
he's on the
time.
Hall of Fame.
I've heard him as like a great quarterback in his era, but not one of those like greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah,
So I
he ain't no
really do not think
Unitas
that
or
he's
Otto Graham of his
no,
time. He never got the fame they did or the
no, he's no,
props.
no. All right, then we can let's put 2 more on there. I think.
All right. Now for me, now some people really a lot of he's one of the most hated quarterbacks. But at the end of the day, I think he should be on here. And if you disagree, we could wait. But Brett Favre, I mean,
Oh, I think he definitely is gonna be
okay,
on here,
okay,
100%.
3 league MVPs. I'm pretty sure. Can you back that up, or is
3
it 2?
straight, 3 straight.
Yeah, 3 straight. Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm. 18 3,000-yard seasons. That's the best.
509 career touchdown passes. He should definitely be
Mm-hmm.
one of the final 10.
Oh yeah, I definitely think he's gonna be on this list.
And he
Um,
played for a long time. The longevity on him.
What did he play since 91 to 2010?
Yeah. And then he
19
came
years.
back for the Jets and Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Almost was the 4th quarterback. Actually, technically third when he would have done it to bring
Mm-hmm.
2 different teams to the Super Bowl. But then Breeze beat him in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, I
But
think Favre definitely deserves to be on this list. All right. So how many spots do we have left? 7?
three spots, and the
Or
candidates I'll tell you are 1, 2, 3, 4,
I
5,
see.
6, 7,
I
8,
know who. Let's
11
just get the other.
candidates, three
Let's get the other
spots.
quarterback out of the way. Bart Starr. Let's be
You
real
think
here.
Barstar should
First,
be on here or not?
first person. I think he will be on here. Just because,
I think he will too because, or no, you
just
explain
because he
first.
won the first Super Bowl. I mean,
First two.
let's not talk about. Oh, he won the first two. I mean, he really was the reason he started the Super Bowl era,
And
and of
rest in
course,
peace. Recently
yes,
died.
rest in peace. He was. It was a sad loss to this to the entire NFL community. I mean, love him or hate him, he was definitely a good quarterback. I mean, let's not talk about how he got massacred. He got sacked 7 times by the Lions in one game, but no, he's a good quarterback, and I definitely think he's going to be on this list, knowing the NFL, and he deserves to be on this list. I think.
All right. I'm ready to. I think I could eliminate one quarterback.
All right, who are you going to eliminate?
Oh, and the reason is nothing against him. Um, it's just the list is so low, and you only get 10 people. I think Frank Tarkenton did throw one
Oh,
of his
I think Frank
best
Tarkenton will not
best
be on there.
accomplishments is he is one of the not few, I think 5 quarterbacks to throw 7 touchdowns in a game.
Mm-hmm.
He did it once, yeah, and never got a ring.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yep.
right, you have
All
any?
right. Um, I think that this person, he's definitely the best quarterback. No, he's not. What am I
Or
saying?
we're eliminating, right? Still. Oh my God,
Yes,
dude!
we're
There's
eliminated.
somebody so obvious we haven't even
Yep,
put
I
on the
know
top
we're
10.
about to eliminate him. Um,
Bro, we're retarded. I don't.
yeah.
There's
Well, there's 2 people you could say eliminated, but remember, Super Bowls are a stat that people say and keep in mind. So I'm gonna go with this other one. I think Elway, honestly, is
eliminated or on the top 10.
he could.
I think
Hold
he's
on,
on
let me
top
assess.
10. I think he's on
Hold on,
top
how many
10.
more
Actually,
spots are available?
two, but Elway has to be there.
There's 2 spots.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Elway's gonna be
Well,
there.
who's left? There's Bobby Lane. There's Sid Luckman.
Yep.
Um.
There's Troy Aikman, which he should probably be eliminated.
Oh yeah, I
Terry
forgot about him.
Bradshaw.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about Troy Aikman real quick. Let's eliminate him. Troy Aikman. Yeah. Emmitt Smith. That's all I really gotta say.
Yeah. Ooh.
Emmitt Smith. Michael Irving. Can you really say that he was a good quarterback? Maybe. Was he carried? Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh.
Troy Aikman, goodbye. I don't know how you got in this list instead of Kurt Warner, but
Yeah. All right.
he did.
To be fair, I think maybe Norm Van Brocklin should have been replaced instead of Aikman, but
Maybe.
yeah.
But Van Brocklin's talked about, and he's an old timer, of course. They gotta
Yeah.
put him in.
All right.
Alright. I'll let
Should-
you go now.
I think one of the people who should be on the top 10 is John Elway. I can't believe I didn't mention him earlier.
That's
he's
fair. I mean, I'm
2
looking at his
Super
stats real
Bowls,
quick. I
5
just
Super
glanced
Bowl
over them. I was
appearances.
looking at somebody else's stats.
I,
But continue.
one of his MVPs he didn't deserve though, but multiple
Mm-hmm.
MVPs. Rice should have won it that one year. He
Mm-hmm.
should definitely be one of the 10 finalists.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna eliminate it down Fouts here. Greatest
Yeah,
Charger
that's what I
quarterback
was
of all
saying. I
time.
think
Honorable
he
mention Philip
definitely
Rivers.
is. Yeah, he's a great quarterback, but not not in this company. He's not gonna make it. I don't think.
Oh,
And then
can we
this
eliminate
one,
Terry Bradshaw too? 4 Super Bowls,
I
but he come on, he
I
got
think
carried.
you can. I think you can.
I'm not saying he got carried
And
100%,
yeah.
but I'm just saying, me and Joe Green, Mel
Mhm.
Blount,
Yeah.
they were the
Yeah, he
greatest
got carried.
team at that point. Alright.
All right, so there's 3 left now, isn't there? There's Bobby
There's
Lane,
one
Sid
spot left, and we have 5
Bobby Lane,
quarterbacks.
Bobby Lane, Sid Luckman, Roger Staubach,
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees,
I honestly,
and
oh my God.
Sammy Ball, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I really hate to do this,
We have
and
to
I
eliminate Bobby
can't
Lane.
believe we have no.
I already read you.
This
That's what you're
is
talking about, right?
it really hurts to do this because, well, there's two that really hurts. One of them not as much, but Drew Brees, the fact that
Yeah,
he's
he.
he's
We're gonna
in the
have one.
present and literally, he 110% deserves to be on this list, but they're not gonna do it, and it sucks
I
because
think he should too.
because they put an old timer on there instead of Breeze, and he holds every single stat
I know
that you
most
want to
touchdowns
hold.
consecutively,
Most
passing
touchdowns, most
yards in a career,
yards,
passing touchdowns in a
everything,
career.
and they're not gonna put him on there
The one stat he doesn't
because
have is
he
an
has
MVP though.
because he has does he doesn't have an MVP, does he?
No, there's one year
Because he doesn't have an MVP and he has
yeah,
one Super Bowl.
one
That's
Super
why they're
Bowl
not
should
gonna
have went
put
to
him on
two.
there, and it's stupid because Breeze is one of the greatest quarterbacks. He is one of the most fun quarterbacks to watch,
Yeah,
and they're
and he
not
was
gonna put him on.
undersized.
He's like
Probably
he's honestly like Dan Marino. He's a
greatest
new Dan
6 foot
Marino.
quarterback of all time.
He's a new Dan Marino, and they're not gonna put him on there. I just know it because this this league is stupid.
Oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna choose between these other three. Because
These are a lot. There's
Sid Luck,
one that I kind of want to get rid of him really bad because he's bad juju,
who's
but
that?
you can't deny his talent. Is Bobby Lane.
Oh, I already got
He's
rid
the
of him.
reason we suck. He's the reason we suck. Here, I'll tell you guys a little story. So, he was drafted by the Lions, right? He won 3 titles, and then he got injured, and then he got replaced. And then, when he came back for injury, he didn't win his job back. And so, we traded him to the Steelers. And on his way out, he said the Lions would never win anything. And look what happened. It actually happened.
Oh.
So, Bobby Lane Cursa, or I think his words were the Lions wouldn't win anything for 50 years. Well, it's past 50 years, so yeah, but Bobby Lane has cursed us, and I would love to throw him off this list, but he's he's an incredible player, and yeah, I honestly think he was probably better than both of these, to be honest. Now I'm looking at it. Sammy Baugh, I mean,
We can eliminate him. He was so high on the NFL 100 all-time team, but how
I
reliable is
know,
that
but
list?
when you look back at it now, you got to think about it. Sammy Baugh's got 2 NFL titles. Bobby Lane has what? He has 3 with the Lions, and then how many did he have with the Steelers?
I wouldn't be able to tell you that. Well, whoa. Actually, I could because we're talking titles, not Super Bowls. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me see.
Because I was gonna say Bradshaw won 4, Roethlisberger won 2, but we're talking about titles.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, give me a second.
I'm having a tough time between Sid Luckman or Staubach.
Oh yeah.
That's our
That
final
too.
2. We only have to choose one now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he only has 3 titles with the Lions. Never mind.
Yeah.
He does not have any with the Steelers.
Oh God. All right. I'm gonna be honest. Detroit. I think I'm leaning towards Staubach. 3 rings.
You think Staubach over Luckman?
Yeah, and he's one of the quarterbacks you can say changed the
Okay.
game. The way he threw the ball.
Yeah,
His
he
mobility.
definitely did.
Yeah. And it's sorry, Sid Luckman. God, I cannot
It
believe
really hurts to take off a lot of these quarterbacks, doesn't it? Because they're incredible.
Rodgers.
Yeah. I mean,
Back.
yeah. I think honestly it's between Staubach and Bobby Lane. And
If
I mean,
here,
Bobby Lane was incredible, but Staubach kind of revolutionized the game.
in Detroit, here, I say, how about this? We each choose one quarterback from this list. If any of them aren't going to be on the list of the 10 we chose, who do you think it's going to be? For me, out of looking at these 10 quarterbacks, Montana, Brady already made the list. I could honestly see if one of the candidates made it instead, I could honestly see Bart Starr or like maybe
You think
Staubach
Bart
not
Starr
making
might
it.
get taken out?
Maybe.
Oh, really? You think you see
You
those
know,
two?
Bart Starr is considered, I think, still to this day the #1 underrated player of all time.
Really?
Yeah, they made a top 10. Do you ever watch those NFL top 10s? They did a
Some
top
of
10
them.
underrated, top 10 overrated. He came in at #1 for underrated. Or maybe
All
Marino,
right,
just
people
'cause.
who aren't on the list. I could see Brett Favre not making this list.
Oh God, that would be. I
That
get where
would
you're coming
really
from.
hurt, but I could definitely see that happening, and it hurts.
And that, yeah,
But
because
yeah, and that's coming from a Lions fan, and that's.
the reason we're saying this too is because look at the receivers list.
Mhm.
That you had
Yeah.
such old guys on there. Like, come on, you know if they
I
played
mean, why? How do you not have
Megatron.
Megatron?
I mean, I
Or
can
why is
understand
T.O. not
Megatron.
even a finalist?
Wait, T.O. didn't make a finalist?
He didn't make the finalists.
Oh my
No.
God.
Yeah. So that's a topic for another time. But yeah. So I honestly, let's see. The last spot I think it has to go to Staubach
I
out of
agree.
these two,
I think this is a good.
because I mean, I respect Bobby Lane enough, except for the fact that he cursed us, because he was
Yeah.
a great quarterback and he led us to 3 of our 4 titles. But um, Staubach just revolutionized the game. I mean, I don't think we would have the modern quarterback without him and that offense. So, yeah, I think that's our list.
Yo, Daddy.
You agree?